I never thought I'd fall in love with my dad's best friend. He was just always there. At birthdays. At barbecues. Sitting in our living room talking about the good old days. To me, he was just another familiar face in my childhood. But time has a funny way of changing things. I grew up. I moved out. I built my own life. And somewhere between quick hellos and longer conversations, I started seeing him differently. Not as my dad's friend, but as a man who listened when I spoke. Who respected my opinions. Who saw me as more than the kid. The shift was subtle. A conversation that lasted a little longer. A joke that felt a little more personal. A silence that didn't feel awkward. And when we finally admitted our feelings, it was terrifying. Not because it wasn't real, but because it was. Telling my dad was the hardest part. I expected anger, disappointment, maybe even betrayal. After all, this was his best friend. But what I saw instead was fear. A father trying to understand how his little girl had grown up and how his closest friend had fallen in love with her. It wasn't easy. There were long talks, awkward dinners, boundaries, time. But love that's honest doesn't hide. On our wedding day, as my dad walked me down the aisle toward the man he'd known for decades, life felt surreal, unexpected, almost poetic. The man who had stood beside my father through so many chapters was now standing beside me for the rest of mine. Sometimes love isn't planned. Sometimes it's complicated. And sometimes it's been right in front of you all along. And yes, I married my dad.